Okay, welcome to another session. This is a very important class, JavaScript form validation. I've already written all the codes. I'm going to send it to you, and you can go through this. And if you have any questions, you can ask your question in the class, right? When we have a live session. So what we have here is we have a HTML file here. We have our JavaScript file here. We have our CSS file as well, right? So I'm going to also send the code so that you can check everything and go through them and read and see. I'll send the code, I'll send the notes and the video as well. So in our JavaScript folder, our HTML file, what we've done is we've created a form tag that is wrapping every other thing, right? Because we are looking at form validation. And the title of that form is a registration form. So we have I kind of grouped them like three inputs that we have here. I'm grouping them like this so that we can easily understand it, right? So we have the first one is for the username, right? And below that first one, we have a span tag that is taking our error. So all the error codes for username will be here, right? And we also have for password, we have for email as well. So these are the three input tags that we have here. And then we have our button for submission. So the form ID is this. So I think I'm going to add something here and say method is equal to post. Let's say post. Let's use a post method for this. It can be get, it can be post, right? But we're using post, and I'm going to show you the reason why we're using post. So let's come to the result. This is the result we're having here. And let's put everything here correct. Let's put some password. Let's put some email, team, boom. And let's register. So when you look at this, we are having username is set to this, we're having the password is set to this, we're having email set to this, and some other things, right? But we want to hide those information. I think how we hide those information should be in this method. Let's try get and see. So when we say get should be the one that would do that, and I wonder. So first of all, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's refresh, and let's quickly do this one more time. And let's register. So it's still putting that there. I think the reason why it's putting that there is because we are using get. So let's change it to post. Now I'm going to stop the server, and then I'm going to run it again. I'm going to go live again, right? So I'm live now. Let me put the name here. Let me put the password, put in anything, put the email, and let me register. So you see that this time around, it did not put that information here. So that's the difference between get and post, right? Post will just send it to the server and the information will not be out, will not be displayed. But get will send it to the server and display the information to the user. So the information can be available to the user. This is when you want to use it for something else, right? So that's for the HTML aspect. Can go through this code. Now let's come to the JavaScript. So we're saying var username, this, we're getting the username and the value. We're getting for password and email. Then over here, the error messages. So username error, password error, we are targeting them as well. Then we are resetting the error messages to nothing. At this point in time, there is nothing to be displayed at the for the error message. Now we're creating a variable called var is valid equals to true. By default, this is equals to true, saying it's valid. Setting is valid to be true by default. When we are now checking the condition, if username this username error dot inner HTML equal to username is required, and we are now setting is valid to be false here. So we do the same thing for for password, and we do the same thing for email address, right? So, and we have a function that is checking if an email address is valid. And we're using a regular expression that we do not have to know what this is. This is a regular expression. We do not have to store this number in our head, right? I Google this number to get it. So you can go to your Google and search for regular expressions, email regular expressions. Then we return this, and so this is about it. This is what will fix that problem, will validate it for us. Remember that we have a function here called validate form, and every other thing is in the function, right? So that's for that. And coming back to here, our validate form, we are returning it here. See on submit, return validate form. That is what we are doing here. We're calling the function here. Then on our CSS, what we did with our error is just to make the error red. We can as well do more things to it. We can add more custom styling to the error message, and then we style our form and every other thing in the form. So that's what we are doing here basically. And when we come back to here, let me quickly go back to the main page. Oh, that's a problem. We have an error. Sorry, I did not hit enter. So we can do whatever we want to do. We have a form that is validated. Now, if I put a wrong email address here and I register, it will not submit that form, right? It won't submit it. It's giving me an error. So let me say I put the correct email address here. So I don't have a username here. So this form should not be submitted. So you can see that username is required. That's an error. It's telling me that username is required. So that's it for this. You can go online, make research on form validation, read about it, watch videos, and yeah, basically you can build on the knowledge that you have right now. So I'm going to send this video and the code and the note as well. Happy coding. The next session we're going into is APIs. We're looking at APIs in JavaScript. Thank you and God bless you.